two students discussing the article.
So what do you think of the university's new plan?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work.
No?
I mean, I can't imagine top students being too thrilled about some of the conditions on this campus.
What do you mean?
Like the science laboratories having such old, outdated equipment, and the library needing more books, and the student center being so small. I think that the $2 million could be spent in better places if the university is really serious about achieving its goal.
Okay, but what about the other reason for building the stadium? I mean, right now we have so little contact with the town.
Yeah, but this won't help relations. Look, people from town hardly ever come to games because our teams always lose, and they're not suddenly going to improve overnight. Besides, adding seats won't make a difference. I mean, if people from town didn't come before, they won't come now just because the place is bigger.
The woman expresses her opinion about the university's plan. State her opinion and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
In the reading passage, the university tells that the university will build a new athletic stadium. Some students, top students will be attracted, and it is good to maintain good relationship with the town. But the woman in the listening passage disagrees with the idea. She mentions that it is difficult to imagine that the top student will be attracted because of such a new stadium, because the laboratory is very old and the library needs more books. And in addition, student centers are small, so she disagrees with the idea. And the team of the university could not win, and it is difficult to imagine that people in the town will be attracted just because the studio become bigger.
Number 4. In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Now read the passage from a psychology textbook. You have 50 seconds to read the passage. Lecture on this topic in a psychology class.
Let's take an everyday example, an ordinary round plate like you'd find in a kitchen. If you hold the plate directly in front of your face and look at it, what shape do you see? A perfect circle, right? Suppose you tilt the plate to a different angle, to a horizontal position, like you're planning to put food on it. Still a perfect circle? No. The circle is now stretched out, flattened into an oval. Do you conclude the plate has actually changed shape, or that it's a different object, not the same plate? Of course not. It looks different, but we perceive it as still being the same. Here's a different example. This classroom we're in, it's fairly large, right? Now, from up close, From the front row, I appear to be relatively big, bigger than if you were in the last row, right? But let's say you're sitting in the front row today, but tomorrow you're sitting in the back row. From back there, I'm going to look smaller, but you don't think I've actually gotten smaller. You don't think you're seeing a different professor, a guy who looks like me except he's smaller. No matter where you are, up close or far away, you understand without even thinking about it that I'm the same size, the same person.
Explain what is meant by perceptual constancy using the examples provided by the professor.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
The perceptual constancy is that even conditions change, we still recognize the shape of object. In the listening passage, the professor tries to illustrate this topic by giving two examples. The first example is that of a plate. If we watch perfect circle of plate, we recognize that it is round, but by viewing from a different angle, it becomes flattened, but we recognize that it is a perfect circle plate. Another example is a classroom. If the student in front of row in front row, the professor appears big, but in back row, professor appears small. But they realize that the size of him not change.
Number 5.